Lenovo's legendary K series hardly needs an introduction. If you are looking for good value budget offers in the ranks of the famous Chinese manufacturer, then this is where you will inevitably end up. With a 200 or so starting price, the K6 Note definitely has the budget aspect covered. However, serious contenders from the likes of Meizu, Xiaomi, and even Samsung at times are constantly battling it out in the 200 or so niche. Lenovo K6 Note review competing means performing a constant balancing act between price, hardware, user needs and preferences. We often praise good value devices, like the OnePlus 3 or ZTE X7 for ticking all the right boxes at 400 or so entry point. When you have only half that budget, it is clear that some compromises have to be made when you have only half that budget to work with. That being said, there are a lot of polarizing new aspects in the latest iteration in the long-running K family. Some you might find appealing, then again, others might put you off entirely. But it is undeniable that Lenovo has been working hard on the K formula, constantly mixing it up generation to generation. 5.5-inch LCD display of 1080 by 1920 px resolution, 401 pi body measuring 151 by 76 by 8.4 mm and weighing in at 169G, Qualcomm Snapdragon 430 chipset, octa-core 1.4 GHz Cortex-A53, Adreno 505 GPU, 3 GB or 4 GB of RAM, 32 GB of built-in memory, hybrid microSD card slot, up to 256 GB, Android 6.0.1 Marshmallow 16MP main camera with PDAF autofocus, dual-tone LED flash 1080p video capture 30 fps video capture 8MP front-facing camera rear-mounted fingerprint reader dual SIM model available, Cat 4 LTE support, 802.11 AGBN. Dual band Wi-Fi 802.11n, Bluetooth 4.2, A2DP, Li, GPS, FM radio 4000 mAh battery. We will definitely look into those claims. But without any particular hardware to back the software features, they mostly come off as marketing talk. So, it is clear that the Lenovo K6 Note is no showboat in any apparent shape or form. However, it's still a well-rounded budget device. However, considering that Lenovo, as well as other more internationally-friendly manufacturers like ZTE and Huawei also come out of China, there isn't really too much choice to be had as far as manufacturing goes, around the 200 or so mark nowadays. Even Motorola, with its legendary Moto G value line, is more expensive. However, in 2017, that is no longer a criticism in itself. Value is simply China's game, and there is a lot of it to be had from the Lenovo K6 Note. The point we are trying to drive across here is that when shopping on a shoestring budget, factors like proper localized services, support and subsidized carrier deals might end up playing a way bigger role in the purchase decision than usual. Let's face it, 200 simply isn't enough to score you a hardware powerhouse, but nowadays that can realistically land you with just the right mix of strengths and compromises to meet your personal needs. The K6 Note is not flashy or extravagant in any way, but it is well built and stylish. It builds on the K5 Note styling, with a few notable refinements. The only complaints we have are the slippery sloping back and perhaps the slightly awkward button placement. The 5.5-inch LCD panel gets quite bright and offers good contrast. Sunlight legibility is sufficient, but not spectacular. The same goes for color accuracy. The fingerprint reader is very quick and accurate. It's also always on, so it would wake the phone from standby. The device lacks NFC, as well as a video out. Most of the extra weight on the Lenovo K6 Note seems to be due to the bigger battery. The phone makes good use of the extra juice and scores an endurance rating of 91H. Lenovo's ROM is close to stock in terms of aesthetics. It is also almost entirely bloatware-free. There are, however, quite a few impressively powerful added features baked right into the OS. Power users should be pleased. The Snapdragon 430 chipset isn't particularly powerful, but it will easily get you through most everyday tasks. The single loudspeaker is only average in terms of loudness. The included Dolby Atmos equalizer tech does help, but it seems a bit wasted on a mono speaker setup. There is some added value to be had by picking up the Ant VR headset accessory. VR seems to work well even with the limited hardware, and the Atomix is a nice, albeit quite limited alternative to setting up and using a bigger screen in certain situations. Audio output is very clean, but also a bit on the quiet side. The Lenovo K6 Note offers a powerful camera experience. Smart modes work well. Stills quality could have been better, but it is still acceptable. Video recording is limited to 1080p. Other than that, recording do come out with an acceptable level of detail and clarity.